Pension cuts were among the topics protested by more than 1,000 people at the state capitol earlier today. The Service Employees International Union also spoke out against cuts to Medicaid and child care funding. Our Casey Lund spoke with union leaders about how they want to solve the state's financial crisis.
So let me hear ya. We are the 99%.
Keith Kelleher represents thousands of SEIU members speaking out against budget cuts.
Today, we made sure that Governor Quinn and the legislators not only saw us, they heard us.
One of their biggest concerns, child care funding.
Folks who are child care providers in Illinois, they were told they're not going to get paid for 3 months.
A measure to fix that just passed a House committee. It will put $73 million towards paying child care providers.
That would get those folks paid up until July 1, so that would be great. The problem is, past July 1, they want to cut them $85 million again.
The union is also speaking out against Medicaid cuts, affecting those who receive in-home care.
14,000 seniors and people with disabilities who now get home care in this budget will be cut their hours by 40%.
People like Shirley Gunter from McLeansboro, Illinois.
Please don't cut the budget. We don't deserve it.
Cuts to in-home care affect her directly.
I would probably not have any care at all except to go to a nursing home. With my age, it's not an availability at this time.
But the bigger message is there's an easy way to solve this problem.
Kelleher wants the state to end corporate tax breaks and make Illinois super rich pay what he says is their fair share.
Same CEOs who just lost $2 billion at Chase in the stock market are paying the same as people who are CNAs in nursing homes. That's wrong.
In Springfield, I'm Casey Lund for WAND News.
More details now on the plan to fund child care providers. We spoke to Representative Sarah Feigenholtz, who says legislation to set aside $73 million for unpaid child care bills is expected to pass the House tomorrow. It will then go to the Senate for a vote.
The future of working families is on the line when it comes to cuts in child care and home care. This is the bold accusation from a crowd of about 1,000 people at the State House today. ABC News Channel 20's Andrew Hansen joins us live from the State House tonight. Andrew, what are these cuts all about?
Well, Governor Quinn proposes to cut the home care program by $150 million and child care funding by $85 million. In fact, the state has already stopped making payments to child care providers. That's why parents, children, seniors, and healthcare workers from around the state rallied at the Capitol today, urging lawmakers to protect these programs. They argue these proposed cuts to home care and child care programs would cost the state more money than it would save. They point to job layoffs and more seniors in nursing homes.
And they're wanting to cut them to where they have to stay home and take care of their children, so they can't go out and get a job. They're wanting to cut home care for seniors, which is just going to put them in the nursing homes. Costs the state 2 or 3 times more money than what it does for me to go in there and take care of them in their home.
SEIU says Illinois has a revenue crisis, not a spending problem, something Republicans would argue. The union is in favor of raising the price of a pack of cigarettes by $1 to help with the Medicaid shortfall. That was proposed by Governor Quinn. The union also wants the state to start a graduated tax structure, something they said would bring in an additional $2 billion a year. Live at the Capitol, Andrew Hansen, ABC News Channel 20.
And child care providers also set up a lemonade stand inside the State House today. That was to draw attention to the amount of money cut from child care programs.
More than 1,000 protesters gathered at the state capitol speaking out against cuts to Medicaid, pensions, and child care funding. The Service Employees International Union claims those cuts will only create a larger deficit. They say it's unfair to cut vital services to the state's most vulnerable, like the disabled and elderly. The group wants lawmakers and the governor to end what they call corporate tax breaks and loopholes.
We want to tell our story. We want to talk about what we do to serve our people, serve community, put people to work, support services. We are here for the people of Illinois.
Lawmakers are back at the State House this morning. The future of working families is on the line. That's according to this group anyway. You're looking at nearly 1,000 people who gathered at the State House yesterday. All depend on child care and home care, and all are worried. Governor Pat Quinn is planning to cut the home care program by $150 million and child care funding by $85 million. The state has already stopped paying child care providers. This group claims cutting these programs will end up costing the state more money than it would save. They point to job layoffs and more seniors in nursing homes.
And they're wanting to cut them to where they have to stay home and take care of their children, so they can't go out and get a job. They're wanting to cut home care for seniors, which is just going to put them in the nursing homes, cost the state 2 or 3 times more money to go in there and take care of them in their home.
SEIU says Illinois has a revenue crisis, not a spending problem, something Republicans would argue. The union is in favor of raising the price of a pack of cigarettes by $1 to help with the Medicaid shortfall. That was proposed by Governor Quinn. The union also wants the state to adopt a graduated tax structure they say would raise more than $2 billion.